Bonky is not here. Jackie Long, he was unable to be here on this episode. He's actually in Chicago shooting The Chi. But he did have a question for you, Debo. Here it go.
Ha! Y'all caught me while I was on set, but I will always stop to give my boys podcast peace of love. Anyways, DeMar DeRozan, I'm sorry I'm not there today, man. And I want to congratulate you on your book, my brother. And I just want to ask you this one question. What was the biggest challenge in writing your memoir on depression and managing your mental health while being a professional high athlete like yourself?
Man, shout out to Jackie. I was looking forward to seeing him. But shout out to you, with the show and everything. But that's a great question with him, asking what was my biggest challenge, working on a book. My biggest challenge is really going back to a lot of moments of my childhood that, you tend to forget that kind of, put you in a lot of those dark places, built up aggression, the lack of confidence, a lot of those down moments of my life, just going back to those moments. And, you got to be so detailed when you writing a book to where, it could come down to like, do you remember, if it was hot outside, what was it? Something so detailed that helped you pinpoint that emotion that you felt at a certain age. And for me, a lot of those moments was tough because, you really forget, how much shit you go through as a child, and that you sweep under the rug, that you don't even understand and can't even fathom because your mental not even fully developed yet to even process the emotions that you was going through. So for me, working on a book, going through a lot of those moments, it kind of like, it kind of a few times made me say, man, damn this book, like, because it was tough going back to a lot of those moments, remembering your parents' struggle, remember what it was like coming home to no food, fucking, having a fucking cooler with ice in it as your refrigerator and you got to change the ice every 2-3 days, Like, so a lot of those moments was kind of like difficult, like, cause I could remember looking at my mom's face and, you understand the fake smiles at times, you know what I mean? And you understand the frustration from your father when he come in at night and understanding like, shit, I ain't got enough to feed us, but we gonna make it through the night. So that was kind of like my toughest point of doing the book. And, managing my mental health through being an athlete, I think for me is basketball. It's just, Pia tell you like this kind of give us an opportunity to be free, kind of be away from a lot of our distractions, a lot of our pain, a lot of, family shit, a lot of friend shit, a lot of shit that could kind of put us down. Sometimes, we, been plenty of nights, I just go to the gym and just shoot and realize 2-3 hours went by. Now you done forgot about everything that's going on. And same with the game. When you do certain things that translate over to the game and, you bask in the moment of like, God damn, like I'm playing in front of 20,000 people. I'm about to make this shot to make all these people either cheer or go home sad. You kind of lean on those emotions. So for me, that kind of helps me a lot. Granted, I still have moments where I be fucked up and I'm still all over the place and I'm aggressive and all that. But a lot of times I lean on a lot of my teammates. I think I've been lucky enough, throughout my career to have some great teammates, man, to hang with, to talk with, to, communicate with, because during the season, that's like a brotherhood. Those guys we with every single day, so I got to give a big shout out to, most of the guys I ever played with in my career. They know the conversations we have on a plane, on a bus, after a game, before a game, after practice, whatever it may be. Those guys definitely, help me through.
Yeah. So the book comes out September 10th. How are you with like, because a lot of it, you got to be vulnerable, right? And you got to let people inside on who DeMar is that don't really know the stories that you just said. Talk to us a little bit about like that part of it. Like just when you get to that point of just being comfortable, being vulnerable.
I still don't think I'm fully comfortable, but I think I'm more so fully confident and expressing the things that I've been through and the things that I'm going through, because, you know, I say confident because, you know, I'm confident in myself of feeling like, you know, I'm DeMar. I made it through so much to this point. Why not be able to have the confidence to share my story to help the next person that probably haven't been through half as much or probably been through more than me and just need an insight of encouragement to feel like it's okay to be vulnerable, you know, and understand that it's hard. Trust me, the shit is hard. Like it ain't nothing that I'm fully comfortable with, but you know, I look at it like it's bigger than me and try to take the selfish side of the emotion out and look at it like, man, this could help somebody. This could kind of give a better insight or point of view towards the next person, whether if it's an athlete or a person, to be able to get through whatever tough time that they going through. And that's kind of what I try to lean on, because that's what I do. Sometimes I go home and I listen to somebody's story. I have no clue who this person is. And I find so much encouragement and strength through the story that they tell. So I try to do the same thing.
Did you have any moments, like P mentioned being vulnerable, and I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it's almost like therapeutic. Like I know P has told me like doing the podcast is therapeutic, and you guys have so much eyes on you. Dude, for me, it's therapeutic coming up here and talking about anything, and there's not near the limelight that is on YouTube. But did you have moments where it was difficult while writing the book, whether you had to revisit, you know, a moment or a memory or something like that?
Listen, I'm gonna be real. I haven't told nobody this shit. Like I had a moment a week ago, like, man, shit, why I do this book? I don't even want this book to come out. I'm be honest, because it's like, shit, the reality of it hit, like knowing it's getting closer. You know what I mean? Like, damn, like, you know, I'm sharing a lot of stuff that I never shared. You know what I mean? Like even like the back of the book, I shared a picture of, like, when I was a kid, me and my dad. You know what I mean? Like my dad was my everything. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and even just sitting here, like the love and respect like my dad had for P parents was incredible. Like even today, I'm at my mom's house chilling with my mom. I'm like, I'm about to go do a PG podcast. She said, oh, I love PG. Tell him I said, all right, tell his mom I asked about him. You know what I mean? And it's like, those the moments that come full circle with the emotions to where it's like, this, all right, this is why you do it. You know what I mean? This is exactly why you do it, because like of these moments, like that kind of you kind of forget about of like, you know, it's bigger than just us at times. You know what I mean? Me thinking about every time my parents encountered PG parents, it was like, it was a fucking like, it was like a family type of thing. You see what I'm saying?
Always love.
Yeah, it was always love. So like, you know, that was one thing that was big, even for me to dedicate this book to my dad, because, you know, when my dad passed, it was like the toughest shit for me to deal with. But, you know, it happened in the middle of the season, and I don't think if I was in the middle of the season that happened, I would have fucking just think I would have lost it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, like I have my moments, but in the same token, certain shit happens, like to my example of like my mom saying like, oh man, like tell PG I love you. It'd be moments like that. It'd be like, all right, I'm on the right track. Keep going. Fuck it. You know what I mean? So.
And just out of curiosity, how long did it take you to write the book, and how many times did you have to edit it? Because I'm sure you mentioned being detailed.
Yeah, I mean, it was a time sensitive thing, because I had to really like dedicate time to it, like an everyday thing last summer. Like it was one of those things to where like, and I had moments where I was getting frustrated about it. Like, I just get back to it. Like I try to sweep it to the rug, or, you know, you start to figure out like you 4 or 5 hours in a day working on a book, and it's like your mind started to get cloudy, but you got to stay on point on what's most important, and not just like bullshit through it. You know what I mean? So it was very time sensitive. It was frustrating. There was a lot of emotions up and down. There was a lot of, I don't want to do this shit. I'm tired of this shit and I'm over it. You know what I mean? But I just stuck with it.
Well, I think we all excited, man, to read the book. If you don't mind sharing the book to the camera and letting the viewers know what we expecting. September 10th.
First book, Above the Noise. You know, about my mental health about my mental health journey. You know, I'm excited for it. You know, I think it just give a different insight of, you know, just the struggles of life that paved me to be where I'm at today. And the continuous journey of ups and downs that we all go through and how to maneuver through and, you know, find the strength to keep pushing through, you know, and I think it's a book, you know, that's definitely be insightful for a lot of people, you know, so I'm nervous, I'm excited for it, I'm a little bit everything for it, you know, like I said, I never thought I'd be sitting up here holding up a book, like,
right.
my book. Like I never thought that, but you know, it's definitely something cool I'm looking forward to.
Right. In doing this though, like, cause I know it's an obstacle, right? Like that's something I ain't never done. He ain't never done, wrote a book. But I know in doing that, it like unlocks, oh shit, like I can tap into this or I can like, you know what I mean? Like it kicks down a door that you didn't think that you could even walk through.
Yeah.
Writing a book, has it been something else since you've done this? Like, you know what? I want to try this now.
For sure. But I was telling somebody this the other day, right? I was when I finally got the hard copies, I'm like, man, I got a book that, you know, I did. And it make me think to 2018 when I sent out the tweet about, you know, this depression getting the best of me. And it made me, and I'm telling a story. I'm like, if I don't tweet that tweet then, I don't have this book now. You know what I mean? And it's like, that's the effect of life that happens and you don't even know what you triggering for something to cause a great moment. You know, even little stuff, I wouldn't say little. Even, you know, when I did come out about it and you see the lead make a priority of, you know, having therapists available for us. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, like I think my man Freddie Van Vliet said it, like, you know, I changed the $1 billion business on the outlook of how they approach mental health. And you don't realize it in the moment, the major things that you're doing. So even with me doing this book, it makes me want to be part of something bigger than just myself, you know, and try to really spark a change in approach of, you know, mental health, especially from you know, for kids, because you know, we didn't know what mental health was growing up.
Right.
We never even thought about that, spoke about it, put that in consideration, but it's such a major thing because, you know, I look back at when I was in elementary school and you around a bunch of aggressive kids and it's like, God damn, I'm thinking it's normal. This ain't normal. Kids ought to be happy, upbeat, you know, enthusiastic, looking forward to something, not pushing away from everything that come their way. So that's just a form of mental health that, you know, we got to be able to help identify early. So, you know, by the time these kids get older, they not in a dark place or they not making all the wrong decisions that lead them down the wrong road. You know, when you look at real life and how much you have to live, I'm gonna have to live, knock on wood, hopefully live longer than I play basketball because like that's the reality of this whole thing. You know, basketball isn't like a teacher. You know, we can't play this for 40, 50 years and you know, say we retiring.
Right.
So, you know, it's definitely more important because I'm still learning, man. I'm still learning. I'm still trying to figure out stuff. I'm still willing to go through stuff. Like I'm the last person to say I'm anything close to perfect, man. I'm a work in progress. Like this shit get hard every single day, you know? So to me, understanding that makes it more important for me to even be able to do something like this because not just me trying to help somebody else, everybody else is helping me as well.
There you have it, man. Be sure to y'all cop Above the Noise by DeMar DeRozan, September 10th. Definitely going to be a read that we all
I'm
cop.
hyped. Yeah, I'm excited now.
Looking
Definitely
forward to
gonna check it
that.
out.
We all looking forward to that, bro, in your journey.
Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action. With over 5 million members across the country, it is the most fun and exciting way to get in on the action while you watch your favorite sports and players. Right now, one Caleb Williams passing yard gets you one win on Prize Picks every week in the month of September. That's right, only one passing yard gets you an automatic win every football weekend in September. 4 weeks of free W's. Don't miss the deal on Prize Picks because it's gone when September ends. Download the app today and use our promo code PODCASTP to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. So you can start the football season by downloading the app today and using our code PODCASTP to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your games.